What are some of the big, trends and talking points you've been having with some of the attendees that have approached the Menlo Security stands?
Okay, thank you. As all security events these days, everybody's talking about AI. Not only are people talking about how to protect access and data loss to AI, like public sites like ChatGPT, but there's definitely a new conversation around how do I protect my private model when it comes to AI from things like prompt poisoning and hijacking and things like that. But then, of course, our conversation with customers is largely around secure enterprise browser. The browser as it's used today has a very broad set of features, and everything that consumer does at home doesn't necessarily happen in the enterprise. So we talk about how do you take the browser, manage it, protect it, and secure it, similar to how you manage all of your other assets like laptop or your network. So that's been resonating really well with customers for us.
What are some of the big challenges that enterprises are facing when it comes to keeping those enterprise browsers secure?
Yeah, so I usually talk about browser security or how browsers are being targeted in two main ways, right? So as we talked about, browser is a very feature-rich platform today, and that means that there are zero-day exploits, right? Because there's always going to be a bug somewhere, and the bigger the software, the higher the chances of having a bug there. So there's this concept of exploiting those 0 days by taking you to a website, by doing things that are typically the way that malware and ransomware are delivered. The second one is more interesting, and that's what I talk to customers about the most, and that is about how do you hijack the browser's own capabilities to then target the browser. So there's an attack called HTML smuggling, and it actually hides the malware inside of your normal browser session. And so we talk about a set of those type of attacks under the acronym of HEAT. It's called Highly Evasive Adaptive Threats. HEAT is a good way to say it. And under that, we talk about number of examples like that hijack the browser's own capabilities to target the enterprise. So those are two easy ways for us to open the conversation with the customers.
What are some of the big trends you're seeing, when it comes to, implementing AI in cybersecurity, and how are the hackers using it as well?
Yeah, that's a great question. We can talk for a long time about this, but I'll try to be succinct. So I think the beauty of AI is you can apply it to so many different use cases, but I'll give you an example of how we use it at Menlo, and I see that type of trend in a lot of other products. So the thing with security is they're relying on the fact that the end user doesn't know something, right? So they're trying to sneak by a phishing attack because you're not able to recognize a link or recognize a logo. The beauty of AI is the more data you give it, the better it gets, right? So it has that efficacy improves with the larger, and the beauty of it is with lots of people browsing the web through a browser, we're able to give our AI models enough information so we're able to detect a phishing attack before anybody else is detected with our product. We call it the 0-hour phishing protection with the product called Heat Shield. So we now have the ability with AI for our product to recognize a logo. It's called computer vision, right? We now have the ability to recognize a bad phishing link. All of those things got infinitely better by using AI and feeding it the right level of quantity of data. So AI is beautiful for things like that, right? Because in security, we deal with lots and lots of data, and the more data you give it, the model gets better. So I am very excited about AI in lots of different places in our product. The other place where we use AI, which is really cool with the development of the LLMs, everybody knows ChatGPT, is you're able to take the complex discussions of security and make it more digestible in a human readable and understandable form, which is tremendous, right, when it comes to awareness and understanding. So those are the two areas I'm most excited about. I'm sure there are other applications for it.
For the latest tech insights, visit em360tech.com.